In 3, 2, 1, go.
Our 39th qualification is now underway, and Shockwave, the first and only robot to make it to the neutral zone. Red Alliance human players scoring a bunch of fuel for the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance crawling up ahead of that Red Alliance, though. Will Shockwave be able to get any of those shots off in time? It looks like probably not. A fairly low-scoring auto, 8 points to 3 points in favor of that Blue Alliance. So the Red Alliance will gain that first possession. High-techers in the middle of the field trying to push as much fuel as they possibly can around the field, trying to see if they can ferry as much of it over as they can to their own alliance. Shockwave looks like there's a piece of polycarb hanging out of the front of their robot, potentially their intake. Will they be able to get lined up and shoot into the hub? And they do manage to get some shots off with only 5 seconds left of the Red Alliance possession before it goes over to that Blue Alliance. And now the Blue Alliance can score. Jesuit lined up, getting defended by Bite Size, but they do manage to get a bunch of fuel up and into that hub. Fairly consistent volley of shots going for that Blue Alliance. Bite Size, though, following them around like they are on a leash, trying to stop them from getting as much of that fuel that's over on the blue side of the field as possible. A couple of those shots going wildly off course because of that defense, and the Red Alliance can now score for themselves. Shockwave seems to have gotten themselves all figured out, and they do score a bunch of fuel. They go back to their driver station and grab as much fuel as they possibly can. High-techers trying to slow down that Red Alliance progress, though. 48-31 in favor of that Red Alliance. It's still a close match between these two, and it now switches over to that Blue Alliance. Shockwave over on the neutral zone, trying to grab as much fuel out of it as possible. Meanwhile, the Blue Alliance human players throwing fuel. One of those goes straight in, nothing but net. And Jesuit shooting their own hopper worth of fuel into that hub. Cyborg Seagulls return from the blue side of the field empty-handed, though. It looks like their intake may have gotten damaged in this match, and it looks like 44-88 Shockwave currently stuck. They are beached in front of that hub. If they don't move in time, those fuel will go into their robot, and they'll get a penalty, but they do manage to evade a penalty with 17 seconds left. 54-50. It is now going to be a human player game between these two alliances. Very, very close scores here. Will any points be able to go? 44-88, Shockwave trying to line up and get up off the ground, and it looks like Beta Blues managed to get up off the ground for that Blue Alliance. Shockwave looks like they never managed to get up off of the ground. Preliminary score is 83-56. Let's take a look at the winner of the match. The Blue Alliance coming out up ahead, 83-56. And no tower points, surprisingly, from either alliance. I did expect to see it on the Blue Alliance from the Beta Blues, but it looks like they weren't quite high enough off of the ground. Very low auto score from both alliances.